Welcome back to Birding with Kaliopi. Today we're returning to a red-tailed hawk nest I've been following since 2021. This nest sits in a very busy part of the city, perched above a baseball field, surrounded by 6 lanes of traffic, condos, Toronto's Billy Bishop Airport, and the Canadian National Exhibition Centre, known as the CNE. Now, a special thanks to Casey from Camera Conspiracies, who filmed this nest with me in 2022 for his video, Hawk Babies Will Melt Your Heart. You have to check out his channel for hilarious, honest camera reviews, urban nature vlogs, and so much more. Casey is not just a friend and fellow YouTuber, he's the one who gifted me the camera I'm filming with. If you're enjoying any of my videos, it really is thanks to this generous guy. So go over, subscribe to his channel, and let him know I sent you. Back in 2021, I was cycling past this same spot and saw one of the recently fledged juveniles perched on a fence calling out loudly for its parents. A huge crowd had gathered, worried something was wrong, and they had called animal services. I stayed there for about 2 hours explaining that this was totally normal behavior. Young red-tailed hawks continue to beg from their parents for weeks, sometimes months, after fledging. During this time, the parents not only keep feeding them but also teach them how to hunt, starting with bugs and caterpillars before moving on to mice and squirrels. Eventually, animal services arrived, listened to my observations, and agreed to leave the hawk alone. I explained how to identify a juvenile by looking at their eyes and tail. Juveniles have lighter eyes compared to the rich brown eyes of adults, and unlike adults with their brick red tails, young hawks have banded brown tails without any red coloring. Finally, the crowd dispersed as the young bird flew down into a fenced area and started hunting bugs, practicing the skills it would need to survive. Now, this year, I saw there were 3 young in the nest. Initially, it looked like just one, as all I saw was a single chick peering over the edge of the metal platform alongside a little house sparrow sitting calmly about a foot away. We'll be sharing the story of this sparrow and the hawk nest in a separate video, so be sure to subscribe so you don't miss it. Now, eventually, 2 other little heads appeared, and I realized there were 3 chicks sharing this urban platform as their nest. That was June 11th. I returned a week later and this time saw all 3 kids up on top of the light poles, meaning they'd started branching, hopping up onto nearby structures in preparation for their fledge. I was hoping to capture them fledging being a bird's first flight from the nest, but the odds of that are pretty slim. So no, I didn't catch a fledge, but I did see them flapping their wings, playing around, and even balancing like tightrope walkers along the metal structures. They are so cute and amusing to watch. They're curious and playful as they explore their surroundings, and you can see it here in the way this chick peers curiously at the sparrow below while another plays with some debris it's found on the platform. All the while, Mom sat on a light pole opposite the nest, keeping a close eye on them. She perched there the entire time I was there, looking regal and beautiful, despite being scolded by her own sparrow neighbor. I returned 2 days later on June 20th because I knew Fledge Day was imminent for at least one, if not all of the young, and I was right. When I arrived, there were only 2 young on the nest tower's light fixtures. I wondered where the 3rd was, so I asked myself, how do I find a hawk? Oh, right, just follow the alarm calls. Sure enough, I heard robins sounding off and walked in their direction, and there she was. I found Mom sitting in a huge tree on a relatively low branch being yelled at by songbirds, especially a very upset male Baltimore Oriole. He kept flying at her from behind over and over again, giving sharp calls each time. Clearly, this Oriole had a nest nearby and was worried the hawk would raid it, but it seemed Mama Hawk had other plans this morning. She just wanted to sit in the shade on this hot day where she could watch her young without sizzling in the sun. As I was returning to the nest tower, I saw Dad flying in with prey. It all happened so fast. He didn't go to the nest, but flew across the street. I knew then the fledgling must be over there. I ran over, and there it was, perched on another, smaller light pole across the road, safe and sound. That is impressive and scary at the same time. And while I doubt that its first flight was directly across the road, it probably flew to nearby trees first and eventually over, but still, it needed to fly high enough, steady enough, and avoid cars. Very scary indeed. Now, as Dad flew off, Mom flew in and sat with the fledgling for a bit. Look at this sweet clip. Mom sits beside her fledgling, offering soft vocal reassurances only she and her young one can understand. Such a heartwarming moment, reminding us that even the fiercest predators have moments of quiet tenderness. After their brief exchange, Mom actually took the prey and brought it to the nest. Perhaps she wanted the fledgling to return to where it'd be safer and within eyesight, and indeed, in the blink of an eye, the young one had returned. Mom knows her kids will follow the food and that a hungry belly is a strong motivator. Of course, I missed the flight back, but I did see Mom feeding the young and then saw her departing. After their meal, the chicks fell into a food coma, that blissful, can't move, too full to function state. They just sat there like little feathered lumps. I left content, knowing they were being cared for by both parents and ready to take to the skies. This is Birding with Kaliopi, where we watch hawk families grow up above traffic, witness fierce predators share quiet moments with their young, and see life insist on thriving in every corner of the city. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more Birding with Kaliopi videos. Thanks for watching.